1 minute, everybody. I don't know if anybody's in here yet. Oops. Okay. See that I am live. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, clearly it's all working. Dope. Okay, so far so good, everybody. We have an actual thumbnail for the stream, which is a first for this channel. I don't know if anybody is here yet, but we're just gonna wait a second until a few more people roll in, because I wouldn't want anybody to miss the actual beginning of this absolute masterpiece. This is a game that I absolutely love. It's something that I play every year. It's something that gives me motivation as well. Makes me think back to the times where I was running the Bront YouTube channel and things of that sort. Alright, I'm seeing another person entering the live chat. What up, whoever that is? We're just going to wait like maybe 5-10 more minutes and see who rolls in. And then we'll kick this thing off. Right now I'm just kind of chilling, setting up the stream. I even made a little thumbnail for it this time, alright? I prepared a little bit. But whoever you are, I'm very excited to be playing this game. It's something that means a lot to me. It's something that I really enjoyed on my old YouTube channel. It's definitely something very nostalgic, and you're probably going to hear me talk about a lot of my efforts on my previous YouTube channel from like high school and right after high school and things like that. But good morning, everybody. It's Sunday, and yes, right now I do have the Oblivion soundtrack running. What up, everybody? Like I said, we're just waiting a minute, seeing who comes in before we actually get started on this one, because we're going to play this all the way through, and then I might even re-upload it as its very own video onto the channel, because it is a very story-driven game, and I do think it is has a really cool message to it. It's made by the person who made the Stanley Parable. It's just really neat, and I really enjoy it. Today I started work on my Batman, the very first Batman comic ever, I believe, featuring Hugo Strange, as well as Batman who is tiny in comparison to the monsters that he is fighting. We got 3 people in the live. What up, everybody? Feel free to comment down below. I'll acknowledge you. We're just waiting for a few more people to enter. I'm gonna go fill my coffee up and get ready for this situation. There we go. Hopefully everybody can hear me now. Just go check out this stream. Make sure everything is going okay. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead, pause this Oblivion music, and we'll get started. I'm going to turn the volume up, and hopefully it's not too loud. But I do want you guys to be able to actually hear what's going on. So let's go ahead and do ourselves a little intro. We're going to clap, because I'm probably going to be cutting this up. And here we go. All right, anybody who's here, welcome everybody. We are going to be playing the Beginner's Guide today. If you're new to this channel, I usually do comic books and things like that. I cover all sorts of different stories, but this is a game that to me is very important. At least back in the day, it's something I used to play on my old YouTube channel, and if it's something you've never played before, it's not necessarily a game, more as like a message, and I think it is very neat. I think it's very cool. It's made by the people who made the Stanley Parable. So, whoever is here, I hope you enjoy this with me. And let's just kick this right off. We're going to shrink me down a little bit. We're going to stick me right up here in the corner. Make myself a little tinier. And let's just jump right into this thing, because it is an extremely cool game. Let's make sure we're not dropping any frames yet. Nope, everything looks good. Alright, everybody. I suppose we'll go right ahead and begin the game. Our audio is on. No worries there.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made.
Yo.
It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
Indeed.
And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them.
What up,
he doesn't
Cody?
put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever.
But I do
And I think he really
enjoy
understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped.
Hear me over the narrator.
In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at davey WREDEN@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Oh no, what have I done? There we go. Okay. So, yep, basically throughout this game, we'll be checking out a bunch of old game files from this guy's apparent friend. And we'll start from the beginning of his creations all the way to the end. And the narrator is basically the person who really enjoyed all these and really found like a lot of inspiration. And essentially we'll learn what happens when a man falls out of passion and the people around him are kind of like left in that wake. It's all very cool.
Warning. Whisper machine active. Shift destruction imminent.
This game is called Escape from Whisper.
Escape from Whisper. Sorry, I'm just turning it down just a little more. Just make
One of
sure
the
you
more
guys can
generic
hear.
games you'll see from
Good.
Coda.
So we got ourselves a nice little gun, but it will eventually run out of ammo because this is not a finished game. I know. Oh boy. Okay, we're going in reverse.
Security hull breached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin shield evacuation.
There we go. Throughout
I
this
love how
game,
you
he'll
can see
also
the
be like
bottom of the
helping
universe
us through
through this
get each
room.
levels because games are unfinished. So he's going to be passing us through walls, floating us through maps, all sorts of these weird little events.
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Yeah, Cody, it does hit very close, man. That's kind of how I felt about my first YouTube channel. Is, you know, like a lot of life stuff happened, and I got caught up with some people that I shouldn't have, and that
Okay,
channel
this
kind of
is the
died.
part
And it
that's
used to be a
interesting.
really huge passion of
The
mine,
game
but,
has this narrative about
now we're
the
back to
Whisper
it.
machine and how it has to be
And
turned
what
off.
up, Nick? This
and
is a
then you
very
get to the
interesting
engine.
game. I hope you stick around for the stream. We're going to play through probably the entirety of this. It's only about 2 hours long, I think, and it tells a really good story about what it means to create as well as what it means for
You
other
there,
people to
in the
consume
engine
your
room.
creations.
You could save us all. That beam is powering the Whisper machine. We could disrupt
Run
it
out
by
of ammo.
introducing a great enough
Anti-Hollywood, you
feature.
say?
If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
I can. So we are going to use our body as an arcing point. I'm seeing 3 people in the live. That's pretty cool. What up, everybody? I hope you enjoy the stream. Feel free to talk to me in the comments. Feel free to say hello.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially
Yeah,
intended
this is
when
definitely
he was
not like
developing
an
this
FPS
level.
shooter, but
But when he first
stick
compiles
around. I
and
think you'll be
plays it,
surprised
something
where
goes
this game
wrong.
goes.
There's a bug somewhere.
And let me
this is
know
what
if it's
happens
too
instead.
loud or too quiet, everybody, because I want you to be able to hear this narrator, because that is like the point of this game, is to hear the story about this man. We're playing through all these old games that he began to make, and eventually it'll get better, and then it'll get worse, and then it'll completely stop. Wait, no, I'm going back. Oh, okay. Ooh. Yes, so this,
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system, Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really
I'm a big
weird
fan,
and
too,
experimental
of, Doom
designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Alrighty. Oh yes, this is the one.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
The past was behind her. Yes, so we have a lot of subtextual meanings and symbolism in this game as well. Because right now, we can never
So it's a
look forward,
short and
but the
relatively
future
minimalist
could not be
experiment
seen.
combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
When she stops and looks, it becomes clear. Yes, I also really love the original soundtrack of this game. Very backrooms, liminal space feel to it. Yeah, it definitely does feel like that, but overall, I think this is really just kind of a sad game, but something that really hits me in the feels every time I play it. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength? To confront it.
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Moving on, I see we have 5 people in the live chat. What's up, everybody? Feel free to talk to me down in the comments. I don't want to keep explaining this game, but we are playing something very interesting. And if you're anybody who creates art, creates videos, does anything about passion, I think it's a story that will resonate with you. Or even just, like old talents left behind. Things of that manner. And it's really beautiful, honestly. It's made by the people who made the Stanley Parable. You are now entering. So stuffed. What up, Sleazy? Have you been, are you stuffed with food, my friend? What have you been eating?
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Let's go.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
I know, one thing...
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was
Sorry, I'm gonna
making
let
these
this guy
early
speak.
games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
So one thing I like about this game a lot is it reminds me back when I used to do Let's Plays, and I would never play big, giant AAA games. I'd always go on things like Game Jolt, Niche.io, and find all these free homebrew games that people just make at their houses, like starting game developers and stuff. And some of them you'd find so much passion, and most of them would be just straight storytelling games made in the Unity engine.
I know it's tempting, but there's actually nothing over
Some
here.
would be dog awful,
Sorry.
but when you found a gem in there, it was really something special. And there's only a handful of them that I could think back to on my old Bront channel that really resonated with me, but The Static Speaks My Name was a huge one. That's somebody I actually got to talk to the game developer about, Jesse Barksdale. A really cool guy. That's also a game. I actually have a video on it on the channel.
Once
of me
you've been
playing
slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
That sounds really good, Sleazy. I would love to try that, my buddy. Alright, can we only... Okay. Definitely, it's a big reason I follow much more indie Let's Plays and stuff. Yeah, me too, Cody. I've always been really big into the indie scene when it comes to gaming and stuff. One, because I don't have time to be playing 40-hour RPGs, and two, because, like I've said many times on here, I'm very much in it for the narrative, and usually that's where they are, is the indie scene. Things like Undertale and Deltarune Everhood is another one that I really like, but Undertale is another game that I'd really like to play on stream with you guys. And I know not everybody's into it, but Undertale is also a very cool one. And it's also the first game that somebody actually bought for me on my other channel for me to sit and play. So it's another kind of game that just very nostalgic for me, as well as Firewatch. Can I run? Do I only go down? Oh, those games are always fun. Yes, they are, Nick. And Nick, are you new to this channel? If you are, welcome. You should go check out some of the content that I put out. It's usually oriented around comic books and things like that, but I've been trying to stream on the weekends to hang out with people, with you people. We're almost there, everybody. We're gonna make it to the fucking top. Metroidvanias, I do too. Things like what is the classic one besides Metroid? Castlevania is one that I used to have on my Game Boy that I really enjoyed. And cool, Nick. I hope you stick around for some of the upcoming streams. Check out some of the content. Talk to some of the people up in here. We do have a Discord cult, Nick. It's pretty cool. I've really been enjoying it. I've never had like an actual community to sit down and talk to, but people like Sleazy and Cody and Sky and a bunch of other people that have been in there, we've had some pretty neat conversations. I've found a lot of reading material and things like that. And overall, it's just been like a super interesting experience that I've really been enjoying. Yes, Sleazy, we didn't mean to say cult. It's a group of friendly people with friendly conversation. I don't know if Nick's played that, Cody, but I have played Blasphemous, and I really enjoyed the art style of that whole thing. And thank you, Nick. Yep, this is we're kind of a cool group of people. Just kidding. We do have a lot of fun though. Plays a pair of floating eyes, emitting footsteps. A key in one game unlocks a door. So these are all just different ideas that this man Cody had in this little sanctuary that he's built.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games. Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Man, I love the atmosphere of this thing. Almost looks like a home screen for your Quest. Yeah, it does. It actually does. Especially for Steam Home or whatever. Almost exactly like that, honestly. Let's go into our next little game. It's my Google Doc of writing ideas given form. Yes, Cody. I also, that very same thing when I was doing my Back of the Box series, dude. I have so many of these reviews completely written out, like 4-page video essays and things like that. But it's not something I've been active on in quite a long time.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
I believe we need to go over yonder. Oh, wait. I forget how we actually activate this thing. There we go. Aha. We close the door behind us. And the door in front of us stays closed as well. Very depressing. Yeah, Sleazy, it is kind of backroom-y, but at the same time...
Don't forget that solution,
not at
because
all.
we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're going to see it a lot.
I know you came in late, Sleazy, but this game is... We're basically going through a bunch of old creations of a man who used to create video games. I'm just kind of checking those out, seeing his inner thoughts and things like that.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. All right, Now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Alrighty, let's go. Everybody, make sure you let me know if you can't hear the narrator good, or if you can't hear me very good. I want to make sure that everybody really takes this game in. So let's go ahead, hit that enter key, and what do you know? Vast, unstoppable ideas that never got to be seen.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
What is my role? This is when you are talking when he is. You get very muted. Okay, Cody. Yeah, I'll probably just stop talking when the narrator's talking, honestly, because he needs to be heard. But thank you for the feedback, everybody, and thank you everybody who is here, hanging out with me. It means a lot. I've been wanting to stream this game for quite a while. I'm glad that we're finally getting to sit down and
So
experience
this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to
surrounded by
understand what
darkness.
exactly that bigger picture is.
Loading the great and lovely descent. Ooh, the graphics are picking up, everybody. Very cool. Very neat.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development. To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Ooh, we have some shell
The tools
shading.
available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear
We're taking a little bit of
boxy
shortcuts.
corridors.
But of nowhere, I think you're in the same universe as Courage the Cowardly Dog, I'm imagining is what you're saying. It definitely could be. All I have to say for you, Sleazy One, with that little comment, dude, is return the slab, dude. Return it. I cannot emphasize enough how much I love the soundtrack for this game. I listen to pretty much every kind of music, everybody. The only thing that I don't like seek out is country. I can bear it, but it's just not something I look forward to. But when I'm at work and things like that, literally building walls, what you'll usually catch me listening to is OSTs, listening to like the Skyrim soundtrack or anything Jeremy Soule. Oxenfree is another one that I absolutely love. Abzu, Firewatch. I'm a big fan of like ambient sounds, and I'm always listening or always having like lo-fi and things like that playing out through my house. It's just background noise. Courage is a extremely classic cartoon, Nick. And I would have to say my favorite episode would definitely be either the Cat Hotel or the Return to the Slab. But overall, what do you guys think of this game so far? Am I just being nostalgic, or does it have a pretty cool like vibe to it? I think by the end of it, you'll be pleasantly shocked. It's something I really look back to a lot, and it just makes me think of the year that I was absolutely grinding my ass off on my Let's Play channel, and it was kind of like a moment in my life. It was like right after high school, and it's a time where I was very depressed a lot of the time, but I also had like such a passion to just do anything, to play guitar, to draw, to create videos and things like that. I spent a lot of time alone during that time, and while I was very depressed in those times, I also look back at it very fondly, because it's just a time where like my brain was really flourishing, I think. Where I was really, you know, just getting into stuff. I love a good story, but music does add to the overall enjoyment for sure. Why I loved Life is Strange, well, the spin-off seemed alright, but I pre-ordered two, and that was my mistake. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. I have not played the sequels, but Life is Strange is also a game that I really love. I really want... My girlfriend's never played it, and she's in like photography and graphic design in college, and I really want her to play with me, so I was hoping that maybe she would actually stream with me that game. I think that would be very neat, but either that or we'll just play it together. I just think that she'll very much enjoy it, and I think Life is Strange is... also, obviously the soundtrack is great, and the story is absolutely phenomenal as well. It's almost like we're in like a cattle room. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh. We're being pushed and pulled in one direction. Oh god, this is what I get for making Hellraiser videos, isn't it? Yeah, I think I played the first episode of Life is Strange too. That's with the two brothers, right? And I only played the first episode, and I thought it was interesting, but I never got much further than that. One is definitely an emotional roller coaster, though. Oh no. Oh no.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Okay. Thank you.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it.
Yeah,
And
Cody,
I would
it
always
gets
defend
really
that,
interesting.
You know, all this work goes
Just
into
wait
the
till
game.
the ending, dude.
Why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Vast empty spaces. Fog brain. And loss of a creation. Yeah, I was getting into Toonami animes mostly around the time of Curd, so I didn't really follow it. The only thing you get for playing the first game and then the spin-offs are patches you can attach to your character's backpack. Really. I think I might have played Before the Storm, also just the first episode, which featured, I forget what her name was, the blue-haired girl from the first one, and that one also seemed alright. I should probably go back and finish it, because I absolutely love Life is Strange, as well as, like, all the Telltale games, specifically, like, The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us. I'm super excited for The Wolf Among Us, too. Is this where we came from? No. Okay, there we go. Got ourselves another door.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
A bit of symbolism for this.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Man, this soundtrack directly in my ear holes is something else. Listen. Listen, listen. Oh, we got ourselves some dialogue.
Here, Coda begins using a kind of dialogue system that
Wait,
he
did it come
fashioned out
from
of
up
the
above?
engine's chat
What was up there?
capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Yes, there's a world stamped with whiteness. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Yes, there were these floating colored blocks. I gotta check out the new VR Walking Dead game. Here, only game's worth it. I played the first one, Saint Sinner Sleazy, and it is very, very cool, dude. Before we get into this, one thing about VR for me is there's not a lot of, like, actual full-fledged games. It seems like a lot of stuff is very gimmicky, and while that it is fun, it's kind of the reason why I get super into my VR for, like, a week and then put it down for a couple months until I get something new, but, let's tell these people about the endless prison that we were trapped in. Oh, what up, Print? Hope you're having a good Sunday morning, dude. Soundtrack. It's like a tuning fork. Yes, it very much is. Print, we are playing the beginner's guide, and you might have to reverse the stream or something, but we're gonna play through this whole thing, I think, hopefully. Okay, that's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Do you have to go through a puzzle with 2 doors and one switch? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. I prefer not to tell you after all. We've only just met. Let's go with our first option. Oopsie. Yeah, I actually do have the Oculus that you connect to your PC. I have the Rift S. Again, perfect. Now please, tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. How do you get to the other side? I don't remember how I solved it. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I didn't solve it. Somebody else let me in. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. We're going to go with the third option, because I don't think they do want to go over there. It's very depressing. But we do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It is the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there is nothing that I want. V Noir. I'm pretty simple. I'm done with random shitty VR games. I don't have a VR though, so I'm not picky. I also do like very simple VR games too, V. It's just, you know, you can only play them for so long. I've beaten Super Hot probably 20 times. That's a game that I could probably play endlessly. But what's up, V Noir? Are you new to the channel? If you are, let me know. Go check out some stuff. We also have a Discord and things like that. But if you're new here, nice to meet you. And thank you for joining the stream. Thank you, everybody, for actually coming here and hanging out for a little bit. Let's just continue on our journey. It would appear we have a few more talking heads. Oh no. Oh god. Hello. How did you get here? Was there a circle you had to pass through? Yes. Do you want to know how to solve it? Oh yeah, Sleazy, for sure, dude. Absolutely. I have seen some haptic feedback vests. I've never got to use one myself, but I've really been wanting to play Skyrim VR, but I remember playing that like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was on the very first Oculus, and that thing made me extremely sick. A wee bit new. Came from Ill-Advised a few weeks ago for horror comics. Oh, cool. Yeah, I absolutely love Ill-Advised V. Thank you for following me from there. That's really cool. The Quest 2 is the cheapest, but the graphics aren't the best, and you're limited to what games you can play. Yep, there's a whole bunch of different haptic stuff, and the Quest 3 is out now too, and I actually do be looking pretty cool. Darts Former's thing. Why would I care about the space between the doors? Actually, now that you mention it, I remember feeling strange as I passed through it. And yes, Lizzie, I think something just so simple as, like, say you're playing Skyrim, here's a mug, say when I touch it, it even just, like, vibrates your fingertips a little bit. I think even that would add quite a lot. Let's go through the door once again. 7 people in the live. Holy crap. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for checking out the live stream.
And so we make one
I
last
typically
descent
cover comics and
down
things,
to the
but
final
we
floor
play
of the
games
level.
once in a while. Let's just keep on moving.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Yeah, it's the lamppost, man. I really love this game, and I love everything that it's trying to say. And I really hope you guys enjoy it too. We could be playing Resident Evil 4, but I thought it'd be nice to just sit down and play something that we could play all the way through and get a nice, like, cohesive message out of it. I know you can. With certain suits or whatnot, you have the tech is still too expensive. Yes, I think a haptic feedback vest is, like, at cheapest $1,000 or something like that. And yes, Print, this is a very cool game. I'll give you a quick synopsis. So basically, we are running through... So the narrator has a friend who used to create video games. And we're basically running through all these old files and things like that and trying to kind of figure out what went wrong with this man, where he lost all his passion. It's a game about people who create, and it's also about the people who consume the creations and stuff like that. And it's honestly... It's a pretty emotional game, at least for me. It's something that I used to play on my old YouTube channel about 5 or 7 years ago or something. You can actually find my full Let's Play over there. But I wouldn't check out my old YouTube channel. It's very cringy, and it's probably something only I enjoy because I'm just so nostalgic about it. Yeah, the background music V is also very good. For sure, it's too expensive. I'd rather get a student glass for $500 and have a dang time. I don't know if I've ever heard of the student glass... Sleazy, is that just the giant TV screen or whatever? It's like glasses that you put on, but nice room. Not. Alright, so these must be comments from the goddamn
So first off,
people.
I'm sure you can deduce
How do you
this,
beat
but
this
this
game?
game is not connected to the internet.
No point to this.
All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person.
Everyone read this.
In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually. Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing that I've ever seen. I don't feel like living
but it's ironic,
because
isn't
nothing
it?
will be
that
ever as majestic
in playing
as
this
that.
game
I never
and
want to
seeing
see
how
again
alone Coda often
nothing will
felt,
ever be that beautiful
we
again.
get
I'm
to know
crying
him
now.
better
I'm planning
and
on
actually
ripping
kinda
my eyes
connect
out.
with him.
I must go now
And I
to
have
do
to be
that.
honest with you.
Oh my god,
this
I never
idea
read
is
that chat
really
bubble
seductive
before.
to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and
Yeah,
have to do
I
less
think
of
I know
the
what you're talking about, Sleazy.
messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Here we go. We always just cut to the bottom of the milk jug off in a sink and aluminum foil, the spout, fill the sink. Okay, you guys are straight up talking about gravity bongs, dude. And I never got a chance to partake in that when I used to partake in the devil's lettuce. I don't anymore. I've been off for like 2 years because it just started making me very super anxious, almost like smoking a panic attack. And at that point, I realized I'm not having fun. So why do it at all? And then what do you know? I started reading and I started this channel. But to each their own, guys. I'm not putting anybody down. He's kind of describing how people connect with artists through music. No big deal, Print. That's just my own experience. And yeah, V, that's actually just kind of what this whole game is about. Is people connecting to other people online and enjoying what they make, and also maybe the pressures of what those people feel. We used to take a bucket, fill it with water, at the bottom, a bleach container. Yeah, V, I just think marijuana or weed, you know, it's just like, it affects everybody so differently. And back in like high school, I mean, I was smoking every day, and then I don't know what happened a couple years ago where it just hit me wrong. I don't know what's up. Sometimes I smoke just straight CBD, no THC whatsoever, but yeah, that's just my own experience with it. I'm proud of you all for enjoying yourselves, nonetheless. Games are art, man. They are. With V, most of the time I read comic stuff. It's like under the influence of the lettuce. That sounds like a great time, Sleazy. Take my hand. Let's jump together. Let's do it. Oh, it won't let me. It does not matter if you ever get over there. And yeah, guys, if I were to, like, smoke a bowl right now and then try and read, I don't think I would absorb a single word that I'm reading. It's just like, I have absolutely no tolerance anymore, so, yeah. Indicates kind of won't do that. It's sativa usually. Panic attacks. Okay, Brent, word. Who knows, maybe I'll check that out. My brother just recently got, like, a 1-to-1 CBD to THC, and he said that worked for him because he kind of has the same trouble that I do, where it's just like smoking a panic attack. So, but he seems to like it. I don't know. Was my problem with Herb when I was younger is that it let it make me be okay with being bored or not doing anything because I'm baked and chill. Yeah, I could totally definitely see that. Taking a walk on a beautiful day on a nice trail, being blazed out of your goddamn mind. All sorts of fun. All sorts of fun. Maybe it's just because I have a lot of responsibilities now. It just gets to me. Hello, I'm trying to speak. Fun little fact, everybody. So, like I said, I do once in a while just smoke straight CBD. So I have like a chillum that's specifically for that. Has never had weed in it other than just straight CBD. Well, at one point, my girlfriend's dad actually like lived with us, and me and her went out to go do something, go on a date or whatever. And I come back, and it's the next morning, and like I said, he lives with us. I go to hit my CBD pipe, I go to take a shower, and suddenly I'm like freaking out. I'm totally blasted out of my mind, and I'm in the shower going like, somebody poisoned me, dude. Somebody has literally spiked my CBD, and it turns out that her dad had smoked some devil's lettuce through that and poisoned me. I had to like sit on the couch for an hour or two and just be quiet. Just like, you know, just chill out. Nothing wrong with not smoking herb or what you have you. Same. I just smoke a little at time mostly, stay pretty level while getting wrecked. You don't trust the normies? That's alright, Sleazy. You don't have to trust me, bro. I trust you. You should trust me.
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution.
The voices.
He understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Does the puzzle have a solution? Oh my god, I've been here for literally an hour. What the fuck do I do? Help. Help. This doesn't make sense. The second door won't open. Shit, how do you solve it? Developer, answer please.
And
we
because
know.
there's this dark
We know, we
area
saw this.
between the doors,
What up,
a space
Calico?
between spaces.
What up, Sky?
Before you
Glad
move
to see
on,
you here,
you
dude.
get to pause.
We're
Just
playing a
for
very
a
interesting
moment.
game.
A few
If you've never
seconds
played the
to
beginner's
reflect
guide,
on and let go of the events
I think you should
that
play
led
this
you
guy. I think you'd really
to
like
step
it.
back and connect the pieces together, to grasp at that
Getting
elusive
back
bigger
to the
picture.
start. Later, guys. Oh my god, we're trapped in here with nothing but our own thoughts. Help! This is not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. It's like Dark Souls and Portal had a twisted baby. Yeah. A little bit, Print. Oh my goodness. Leave notes. Oh no. We're surrounded by our thoughts. Beginner's guide. I'll check it out when I get home from errands. You. Are you saying you because of our inner thoughts being trapped in there? Oh well, I thought those were from other players. Nope, they're all from the same guy who actually created the game itself. And he definitely should, Sky. It's not.
Okay,
Porn
this
Star
one is
Side
tough.
too. Okay.
It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
But yes, Sky, this game's only like an hour and a half to 2 hours long, and it's got a really cool message by the end of it. And maybe it might resonate with you. Let's check it out. Oh, you think Portal's you? No, man, Portal's so fun. I'm a person though that is highly nostalgic about lots of games that I used to play when I was younger, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not the best person to be speaking on that. Got ourselves a beginning to some D&B, boy.
See, like,
Fucking
this is
drum
it,
and bass,
the whole game.
boy.
And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
I'm not really a puzzle guy. Last puzzle game I played was Catherine, I think. I never got to complete Catherine Calico, but I really enjoyed that game. I thought it was really cool. It's super weird at the same time. I really love the morality questions in that. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? How about a TV with surround sound? A refrigerator? Put a giant hole in the ground. Let's put a giant hole in the ground. In Print, I never actually got to play the Die Hard series on PS1. When I had that when I was a kid, my neighbor actually had it. I never personally had it. We would play Twisted Metal all the time, and the first Resident Evil and things like that. But I do love the PS1. So far, it reminds me of Slay the Princess. I don't think I've played that. I'll have to check that out. Let's put a huge picture of a horse. I'd really like a wash between 10 stoves lined up along the wall. Let's have a giant picture of a horse. That sounds very cool. Oh, okay. Oh, we're confined, and even our ideas aren't allowed here. Only the people around us will dictate what we do. I think we should light up this room. A skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. I'm thinking a 10 by 12 recessed electric 6-inch soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. We'll put live Tesla coils in each corner. Yeah. Let's go with some Tesla coils. That would also be very cool. Okay, alright, nobody's listening here. R3 is my favorite. Skewers on Amazon. I think Amazon, maybe Peacock. V Noir, are you talking about Catherine? I'm pretty sure there is an anime adaptation to it, but there's also a very cool game. A table, you need a table. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Let's go with the second option. Oh my god, why won't anybody listen to me? What in tarnation?
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Oh, the Twisted Metal TV show. I heard it wasn't very good. But sometimes you just gotta watch things for yourself.
He throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Gotcha, V. Twisted Metal. Did you like the series? I know a lot of people didn't like it. Like I just said, There's plenty of stuff that critics rip apart and that I just eventually decide I'm going to watch that for myself, play it for myself, and end up enjoying it. So who knows? This guy will enable you to escape any prison environment. Very cool. First, click on this table. Bam. Alright, good. Go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Will do. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Alright, we're making a great escape. Turning it off. Now go to the left side sofa, move it a little bit. Okay, finally, touch the shelves. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Oh. So it's not actually going to let us leave. It's super campy and schlocky. But it fits. It is odd. I didn't watch it yet. Whenever I have the time to watch new shit, I start gaming instead. Yeah, I feel that. So many times I feel like sitting down and watching a TV show that it's like, man, I'm addicted to reading comic books and manga and books and things like that, so I hardly sit down for myself and watch something. I'll watch TV alongside my girlfriend, whatever she's watching, unless it's like The Boys or The Wolves, or what is it? Raised by Wolves. Just like once in a while I'll have a TV show really hit for me. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like...
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea.
Me and my girlfriend share some similar interests when it comes to like TV and stuff, and also like,
basically,
you know, we've been together for 3 years, dude. Eventually,
and for what? Like, at what point
can't just be watching Naruto all day. So every once in a while,
ideas other than this prison
well, not
that
every
I could be
once in a
working.
while. We're pretty good, dude. We just try to enjoy each other.
Voice telling you to
know what
stop.
each other likes.
That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something, and he likes it, and that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
That sounds awesome, Print. In an ideal world, dude, I would probably watch nothing but YouTube as well, but I do enjoy me a good movie. And, yeah, Sleazy. I mean, me and my girlfriend, we just, you know, we try to enjoy what each other likes. Even once in a great while, I'll get her to read, one of my comic books. When I first got into it, dude, I started reading Sleeping Dogs, and she actually read that with me. And man, was she blown away. I don't know if anybody's heard about that. It's about dogs. The artwork is done by the man who makes My Little Pony, but it's a very horror-oriented thing. It's about a serial killer, and when he kills these women, he takes their dogs, and it all plays on the fact that dogs have like a 30-second attention span. It's a very interesting read, and she was like blown away by it. But she's into like basically everything, dude. She's in graphic design and stuff, and she really appreciates like checking out, you know, how things are created and such. Yes, not the video game, but I do believe that is what the book is actually called. Yeah, Sleeping Dogs comic. And yeah, Sleazy. What's your girlfriend enjoy watching and stuff, dude? I find it, you know, like I said, me and my girlfriend have been together for 3 years now, so, I mean, if you're going to stand each other, you got to at least try and enjoy the things that you both like. And it also kind of gives you a good insight into, like, you know, who you are as a person and all the media that you kind of consume and things like that. But I'm going to get a drink of water real quick, guys. I'll be right back in just, like, a minute. here we go. I'm back. I have this sleepy boy. He's a very sleepy doggy. Laying on the couch, so I grabbed him. Let's see. No, Sleeping Dogs. Grey's Anatomy, The Office, but after I finished it, TV's dead. Made me start House of the Dragon, but thankfully never finished it. I really liked House of the Dragon. I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones, though, so I guess, not everybody likes it. But I actually thought the series was pretty good. And, I've probably seen the entirety of Grey's Anatomy in my past, too. And, it's just not bad, but, dude, I cannot stand Meredith giving that little speech at the beginning and end every single episode. It's like, just be quiet, just do your job. That's all you need to do. Hoyt's already gone. I can never bring myself to watch any of the Game of Thrones shit. I found out the gross shit with the people that created that BS. I watched the FNAF movie with my kids. Yeah, me and my girlfriend just watched the FNAF movie too. And she didn't mind it. She thought it was mostly a horror movie oriented around kids. I know a lot about FNAF lore, and I like the games and stuff, and I was not into it, dude. That movie really made me mad. I did not like it whatsoever. And, Sleazy, I have no idea about what the Grey's Anatomy people did. She's the most annoying character, LOL. Yeah, man, honestly, Game of Thrones, the last season kind of sucked. It didn't end the way I wanted, but the series as a whole is something that I really enjoyed back in the day, sitting alone in my room, binging that show. I really dug it. But that's just me. I've also, read the books and stuff, so it's something that is very excited for. Let's check out this phone booth. Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in front of my screen I can't read it. You're me? So you're trapped in this prison too? Yep. I was in the future, mate.
It's a conversation.
Yep. I was in the escape
And so
tutorial.
this is what Coda wants,
prison.
is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. All of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Prin, I did hear about the Constantine sequel, dude, and I'm very excited. I've been reading so much Constantine lately from the old Vertigo series, and I recently rewatched the movie too. And after reading the comic books and then watching the movie, it was kind of ruined for me. I think if you don't know a lot about Constantine, the movie is very good, but to see so many amazing stories mashed into one kind of made me sad. But overall, I do think Constantine's a decent film. I just want to see. I love Keanu Reeves, but Constantine as a character in these books is, he's very snarky, but it's a very weird mix of emotions. It's very sad, it's very funny, and it's just written so well. So I'm really excited to see what will happen in the next sequel. I don't doubt that I'll like Game of Thrones. It's that I felt turned off by the constant talk about it. The show is super good. The Constantine show, I never actually got to watch it, and yeah, Sleazy, that sounds pretty fucked, dude. It makes me really sad because I do like the games a lot, but yeah, it sucks to hear that. And you're not lame, V. I get that same way, dude. I love Ryan Reynolds, but once something is just blasting in your face all the time, it does get a little annoying. It kind of turns you off a little bit. But sometimes I just gotta work past that and just check stuff out anyway. Actually, I'm already forgetting what being in the prison was like. The show's super good. Really? How long has it been since you got out? Years. I've been standing right here working up the nerve to call you. Only a few minutes, but somehow it's already fuzzy. Kind of like it never happened. Now, this is a part of this game that I really enjoy, because he's kind of talking about the prison, but how I kind of perceive this is maybe an old hobby you used to do. Just kind of losing touch with your old self. In a few minutes, somehow. I felt that way with the kind of Monte Cristo movie. It's probably my favorite book, and the movie's good, but with so much cut and condensed from the book that it hamped it for me. Was it really, Prin? I know, man, I'm pretty sure it's done by the CW, and every time I see that, I'm just like, dude, I don't know. I don't know about the CW, but I will check out the show. If you say it's good and it's faithful to the character, I'll check that out. And yeah, Cody, that happens so much, and I don't get why. Because if you make something really faithful to the original material, the original fan base is going to be absolutely stoked, and they're going to repeat watch it. But yeah, I don't know. I have to head back to work. Have a good one, y'all. Yeah, V, nice talking to you. Thank you so much for hanging out on the stream. I really appreciate that. But this is worse. Most depressing thing I've ever been through. How could you possibly forget it? I promise it's not as bad right now as you think it is. You don't ever forget it. You just stop identifying with it. Anything can seem infinite when you're drenched in it. I really like that second answer. Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Yes, I did get a call. You're the first. Huh, I didn't even know Wayne was a thing. Oh, wait, yes I do. Yes I do. Is that about the ex-assassin or whatever? Because I did watch the first season of that, and I did really like it. Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? To get out, all you have to do is be sincere. To get out, you need to tell me how you feel right now. To get out, just talk with me for a bit. Let's go with sincerity. What? That will free me? How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. We'll go that one as well. That's exactly what you need to figure out in order to escape. I'm sincere about what?
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Would be nice.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Yes, I absolutely love this part of the game. No, it's like a
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever watched it though. I think my girlfriend watched through that series and she really liked it. She usually just like sets on TV shows and does graphic design stuff to them, so she's seen a lot. And like I said, I'm always like a season behind or like a couple episodes behind, and I just ask her questions and she fills me in. Clean. Oh my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everybody knows lonesome hands make lousy homes. Don't worry about me. A place this nice, I'll be glad to stay here all night.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Man, I absolutely love this song that's going on in this right now. It's like, it's gonna be chills right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting emotional over playing this, everybody. Don't worry about me. The place is nice. I'll be glad to stay all night. What do you do with my Hellraiser reading, Sleazy? I didn't quite catch that. Just leave them on in the background. If that's the case, dude, thank you. I very much appreciate that. I appreciate you all, guys. You guys are all really dope, man. It's really cool to, like, just sit here and be able to talk to you guys and play a game on the Discord and having you guys comment on videos that I make and stuff. It's all been such a really nice experience, man. YouTube can be very frustrating, but when you have a nice, small community of, like-minded people, dude, I've really enjoyed it. I think it's been a really interesting experience overall. Let's clear the table. I'll finish up here in the meantime. Could you please clear the table? Much nicer. That's a table I want to see. Now, would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? Will do. While you're in there, why don't you just straighten out the rug a bit? All little details matter. Yes. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? How do you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen a house this messy. Let's go with the first option. That's really cool, Sleazy. I was actually showing my girlfriend that picture, that swamp thing inspired one he did. And we thought that was really neat. We've never seen anybody do like that kind of technique of taking a picture of something and like warping and distorting it into something else. We thought that was really neat. Tidy touch. Would you straighten out the pillows of the sofa over here? Yes, I shall. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there. There we go. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy, alright? We're having a wholesome little moment right now. I'm feeling all sorts of goopy lovey-dovey. Make it especially cheesy. No, it was stupid, sorry. And never mind. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? Will do. You can tell me anything, mannequin head. I'll love you forever. Last I checked, the tub needed a cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best you can? No need to be perfect. We're all just human anyway. Word, Sleazy. You should post your Instagram in the Discord or something. I'll go follow you, dude. But no, that was a very cool picture nonetheless. We really thought it was pretty neat. Right. All their steel books scattered on the floor in the bedroom. If so, would you put them back on the shelf? Hey, everybody, this is what we streamed just the other day. Let's do it again. There we go. Bet you they got some good reads on there. Kind of looks like a Twilight cover.
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
I could honestly sit here and listen to the soundtrack all day long. Now, let's go to the table. Move the dishes off the table. House cleaning is so difficult. How do you do it? Are all the houses this easy to clean? Let's go with the first option. I'm seeing that we have 7 people in the live chat. If anybody is new here to the channel, welcome. Thank you for partaking in the stream. Feel free to comment below. I will acknowledge all of you. We're playing a very neat little game here. Don't worry about all the nonsense. For
I know
now,
that Coda
let's
really
fill out
liked
the rug
this
in the
game.
bedroom.
Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come
Okay,
over
Sleazy.
and look at
I'll
it.
check that out after the stream.
This was
bro.
during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
This one's gotten rather dirty. I'm loving the story about Coda, and it seems like this is the most finished game out of this game. And it reminds me of the moment like when you're doing a hobby, you're doing art, making videos, playing guitar, anything where, you know, like the first couple months seems very hard, very like overwhelming, and then eventually like something just snaps in your head. It happened to me when I was messing around with Tinkercad. It happened to me around making videos for this channel and stuff, where it's just a moment where you're just like, man, I at least know where to start. And it's such an awesome feeling anytime I start a new hobby. I'm a person that swaps hobbies way too much, and this is probably the longest hobby that I've been able to kind of stick with. Looks like the tub has gotten rather dirty. Would you mind tidying it up a bit? Will do. And yeah, no problem, Sleazy. Okay, when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is like one's soul. You take care of it, and it takes care of you. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. I get it. That's a weird thing to say to somebody you just met. That's obviously kind of rude. Yeah, right. That's pretty cheesy. But there's a bit of truth in it now. We're gonna go with that one. Anyway, So, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Would you please clean up the books? Yes, I shall. Yes, I shall. Oh my god, it seems everybody just left the stream at once. Let's go ahead and organize the shelves. Get everything back. Oh goodness, those pillows over the counter
I'm glad
are
you
real
made
mess.
this.
We go rinse, straighten
I'm
them
glad
a
you
little
found some peace.
Hell yeah. Question.
But, of course,
You enjoy
it
this?
can't last.
Oh no.
The music stops, your
Oh,
companion
God.
is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well.
It's all ending.
Again, you can't
It's
stay
over.
in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
I don't want to leave. Bring back the music. That was beautiful. My string's chopping up. The stream dropped or something, buddy. Keep hanging for a few seconds. Okay. Let me quick check this out. I do see we have some drop frames. We're gonna sit here for a second, make sure that it doesn't happen again, but it does look like it did stop. But while I'm here, I'm gonna quick mess with my camera a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and apply that. Let's bring the exposure down a little bit. Apply. Okay. Yep. Okay, everybody. We're gonna hang out for a second. I'm pretty sure it should be back to normal. I did see a giant frame drop or whatever, but I think we're back. It didn't go anywhere though. Thank you for all the feedback, everybody. I really appreciate that. It was very frustrating a couple weeks ago when I was trying to stream with my buddy and it just kept hitching and stuff. I hate to like post a stream and then have to keep starting and ending it, starting, ending it, starting, ending it. Seeing like just a couple more frame drops, but we'll just continue. Yell even says only one in chat. Yep, I do see that. I'm not sure what's up with it, but we're just gonna continue, everybody. Keep letting me know if things get a little messed up. I'm gonna get one more drink of water. We'll get back at it. I'm back. Because we all know Heart averages around 1 point views per stream. Oh, yeah, sleazy. Yeah. No, that is definitely not true. You know, I appreciate even just having like 5 people in here, but damn, we're still getting some stream drops. Let me exit out of a few things, making sure. Epic just popped up, so maybe it's trying to download some updates. Quick check this out. Everything appears to be better though. So we're just gonna keep playing. If it's Hellraiser you seek, the Scar of the Gospel will feed. Yep, I listened to that this summer through the audiobook and I absolutely loved it. Print. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was very cool. It's a side of Harry D'Amour that I never quite got to see. And I started reading The Dark Watch, man, and I was very surprised to see Harry D'Amour be the new Pinhead. I know I started way out. That's why I like went back and read the previous series or whatever, but man, that was very strange. But we're gonna head out, everybody. Let me know if things keep messing up, but I think we should be good to go, hopefully. I don't even know if I'm going in the right direction at this point. Oh, okay. We need to go towards this door. We could check this one more time. Seeing a few more drops, but nothing too bad. Yeah, I read the first volume of Dark Watch, and I'm very interested to see where it's going to go. I love the Hellraiser franchise, but a couple things that confuse me. Who is the red, spiky guy the female Cenobite that replaces Pinhead meets? I'm not sure. I don't think I've gotten that far into the series, actually. When she opens the box in hell. Yeah, I do not think I'm that far yet. Once again, we meet the lamppost.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
December 2009. Items you
This
love
one gets
at
a bit
members-only
goofy.
prices. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself? Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I intend to make you into that person. Female pinhead, that's... and the question is now, how do we do it? How do we do it so effortlessly? This is easy. It is so easy.
About halfway through the game,
Being
the
perfect
perspective
is
shifts.
effortless. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're the guy. That's me out there. It really is. This is the
And
key.
you play as
How do I
the
achieve
teacher.
it with no
And
effort?
suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are.
I still love
Oh,
you.
and also
It's
you
just
can
that you
move
make
around
me
the
feel
classroom
cold on
then.
the inside. Being alone must be awful. Well, let me tell you right now. If it isn't effortless, then it's not worth the answer. Anchor things interesting. I wonder if it's a connection with Narnia. I don't think so, Cody. Well, who knows? Maybe. If you're torturing yourself and trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. And yes, Print, I have seen Mr. H. My videos are actually suggested along with him a lot of the time when I look at my analytics and stuff. And he seems like a really cool dude. I do like his channel a lot. Seek out only things that is the easiest, simplest path forward. Seek out only... Okay, we can't say these other things. Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Haha, just kidding. Anyone who wants to do some ecstasy after this. There is no truth. There is no path. Oh my god, we're getting a little bit sad here. Do what is easiest. Do what is simplest. Feel what is true. What if I'm not a good teacher? Nothing. Everyone run. Run, it's coming for you. It's going to destroy you.
I felt pretty hard for this one.
Perfection.
I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
I think this is exactly how
I think about
YouTubers
this
look
game
at
a
each
lot
other.
these days.
Let's just say Hellraiser isn't actually hell or how we perceive it. And there are different levels of worlds, so to speak.
This
and
one
bunch
took
of
a lot
different hells
longer
and
than all the
entities,
others
but
for
space
Coda to
inside
make.
space.
It was 4
Serious
months
entities, I
between
want
this
to
and the
know
last one.
who that is.
That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Okay. Are you guys talking about the crystals from the short story or from like Dark Watch or something? Ooh, maybe we should just go into the front of it. Yes. Yes, indeed. Here I am, front and center. Here for acting. Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are a gathering of professionals. First, you start out leaning against this wall. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, first you'll start... good, stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Happy. Hello. Sorry. I have to leave. Where's the bathroom? Let's just say hello. That's it. That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. I'm super scared right now. I like you. You're all my hopes and dreams. Let's just dump all over it. No. That's not what I said at all to her. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, I was just that one moment. But I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel or setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Oh no. Oh no, nobody will connect with me. Oh god. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I'll bet you have learned to learn from the pain. What are some sacrifices you've had to make? Alright, let's talk to her once again. Do you not realize how important that was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. Oh no. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Let's go back to the lamppost. So Rapina becomes a bug demon army and a promotion from Leviathan. I'm pretty sure that's Dark Watch, Sleazy. I'm almost positive. Maybe we just keep walking into this endless void. Oh Christ. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, yes. Now
The
this
game
is working.
ends with this
This is
eerie
what I was like.
premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do?
Here we go.
After this,
think
Coda
things are
went
gonna
off
start
and
getting a
took
little
another
trippy.
5 months to make a new game.
Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. What's going on? I'm completely blind. Something enormous just appeared in the radar. I can't help. I'm blind. I can't see anything. There's a giant door, and then my vision went black. Yeah, I can't see anything either. Please, somebody talk to me. Oh Christ, it's coming right for us. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Captain, what can we do? I can't see anything. Help, I'm
You
blind.
should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Please somebody talk to me. Please tell me how to solve this. There's gotta be something we can do. What is this? Research. Blind. Ooh. Ooh, we found ourselves a little door. Oh shit. Alright, I think I know what we gotta do. Alright, I'm gonna run over here. What's going on? We're gonna make it. The truth. The only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. I am bursting with creative energy. I can't keep making this. My work is always fun. Let's go with one. I'm bursting with creative energy. No. That isn't truthful. Alright, I think I know what we're gonna do. I know what the option is. I can't keep making these. That's the thing. That's the truth. And this is a part of the game that used to really resonate with me back in the day when I was doing my Let's Play channel, like after
Like
high
I
school.
said, I was getting concerned. first off,
'Cause it wasn't
he's
hanging
never
out with
been this
anybody. It was
explicit in his
basically
work
just
about
hanging out in my
exactly
room on
what
my
he's
computer
thinking.
every
So
single day.
where's that
It left
come
me
from?
with a lot of like.
But
not
then
having any
even weirder,
experiences,
his work has
and then
potentially
being
stopped
depressed
being an
over that
outlet
as well,
for
and
him.
then
Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas,
a long
but
story.
he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
I don't feel it anymore. Keep going. Keep talking. I thought it was going to be easy. I haven't been honest. I can't figure out how to say the thing. Let's go with 3. It's the truth. What are you doing? I'm alone. I'm stuck in it. I have to work harder. We're going to be okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Doug.
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Hello, where am I? What is this? I did get to that part in Dark Watch Print. I didn't think that was Pinhead with her, though. I thought it was somebody, or maybe it was his original human form or something, wasn't it? Where did this island come from? Yes, this is part of the game that I absolutely love as well. It's been a long time since I talked to anybody. What's wrong? You look lost. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give to my work. When I create, I feel empty. What happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going, and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me. Just started again. I find this part of the game so beautiful because I feel like anytime, or at least with myself, because I'm such a hobby jumper that I kind of burn myself out on things really fast, like the 3D printing and all that kind of stuff, where I just go balls deep in it to the point where eventually I just need like a break, and that ends up being like a couple years till I get back to it. But it's something I've been kind of trying to learn to not do, especially with the comic books and things like that. You have to take me to it. Alright, let's go start this engine back up. Jeez, this is hitting kind of hard. Yeah, Cody, and it's why I like this game so much, because I feel it has a lot to say to anybody who's, you know, kind of like lost a part of themselves or lost a sense of creativity. And it really, like, I know I keep talking about it, but like when I was doing my Let's Play channel in high school and then shortly after, I mean, I did it all the time.
If the
I
last
put a lot of
game
passion
featured
into it,
Coda
and,
talking
I got into
explicitly
some
about
bad
his creative
relationships, and
frustrations, this
eventually
one
I
turns
just
it up to
completely
11.
fell out of it, and like
Now, put yourself in my shoes.
it became
please.
something that was like
Here's a
painful
friend
to kind of
whose
look
work
at
is
because
exhibiting
it just
signs of
reminded me,
struggle,
you know,
frustration,
like how much effort I
anxiety,
used to put into
depression,
that,
even.
and then I completely
And yet still,
just
he
stopped
keeps making
because
games.
of bad
Keeps
situations that I should have
throwing
never
himself
been in
into the
first
grinder
place.
even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore.
Now I'm kind of back
Why?
into it.
What is it for?
You know, kind of like finding myself again, not to be like weird or anything about it, but you know, the jumping and the burning out on it. But yeah, she opens. Yeah, Cody. I've always been I feel like me, you, and Cody. I feel like me and Cody. You know, two peas in a pod. Doesn't matter what I say, does it? We're going to end up there one way or another, right? If you help me solve the puzzle, find the machine. Yeah, Cody, if you ever have a chance to just sit down and play this game by yourself, I think it is a good one. It's very sad.
From my perspective at the time,
It's very good.
and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet. And
I've
so
solved this puzzle
he
before.
didn't
This is
have
easy.
anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Yeah. And I resonate with this so much of like trying to turn the engine back on too, because you know, I've been doing this channel for like 2 years now, and sometimes I also look back at my gaming channel, I'm like, man, I would love to absolutely do that again. And I find myself trying to think of things that I was doing at the time that made me so passionate about certain things that I did, and like kind of trying to recreate that, but that's not always necessarily the answer. So I try not to like look back or be too nostalgic about certain periods of my life. First you have to close the door. First you have to open the door. So we're going to open the door first. Okay, now what? Now you have to close the first door. Oh, don't even worry about it, Print. You guys are totally welcome to talk about whatever you guys want down in the chat. That's perfectly fine. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys can like talk amongst each other about things that you enjoy, dude. Now just close the first door. Now just open the first door. Now just press the switch here. And the door will begin to open.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
What are you talking about? There's no machine here. They're just words on some walls. Hit the machine. What? Yeah, Print and everybody, feel free to talk about whatever you want. I just really enjoy this game, and it's like something that I really dive into every time I play it. I really enjoy what the narrative is here. It resonates with me quite a bit. Sure, making games is easy. All right, making games is effortless. None of these are true. God damn it! You have to open it. Nostalgia is the worst kind of drug. You watch the whole youth fly by worrying about the past. It's overdone with you. Have to move forward no matter what. Doesn't mean you have to forget or anything. Very true, friend. You know, you can enjoy the past for sure, but letting it kind of hurt you is never a good thing. But it wasn't true. Why did the walls just crumble? Why did I feel so awful when I said that? Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. When I make games, I feel completely energized. I'm constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked
Every time I make
really
something, I feel better
unhealthy
about
to me.
myself. I just never stop creating.
I was
it'll
watching
never
him
feel
do
bad.
this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
None of this is helping. I'm going to vomit.
This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Pain breezes effortlessly from me. Any sacrifices made for my work are worth it 100% of the time. It always pays off eventually.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain
I believe you,
it.
Brent.
I wanted
There's
it to
no shame, no
stop
fear, no guilt.
more than
I will be
anything.
saved by my work.
It
I
never
believe
felt
this.
so rotten.
Unquestionably, I'm a vessel.
I needed
for
more
service
than I
of
had
me.
ever needed anything for this to stop.
Said I'm free. Oh shit.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
The machine. Alright, do we have a guard? Man, I'm glad to see you arrived. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be quick. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Oh man. You get to see the machine. What have we done? What do we do with it? What can you tell us? And if I had to guess, this is all kind of symbolism for this man who's creating these video games and the people surrounding him that like want to see the finished work. Maybe him feeling like he needs to keep creating and stuff even when he doesn't like have the effort to do so. Like the will, the passion. Here it is.
And of course,
Goddamn
it's the machine.
Yeah, this game definitely is a bit triggering for like feeling. No, exactly what we were just talking about. You stopped. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? It was only because of your creation that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you? Let's go to the second option. So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit to the people that you allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. Sorry about this light blasting me in the face, everybody. I'm sure I'm super washed out. Apologize for leaving. No, nothing. I have seen the thing you fear. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. Alright then, I will apologize to people on your behalf. Let's go for it. Whoa. The machine is dead. Creativity gone. My followers. My friends. It falls on me to deliver bad news. Let's go with that. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We don't need its games. Yeah, Brent, I grew up with the Never-Ending Story, dude. That was by far one of my all-time favorite watches. And I do think, yeah, kind of some similarities. Let us pay it retribution. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. Let's go back. This light is blinding me. Oh no, is it gonna make me shoot the machine? Oh. Break down the walls. Yo. No more. We'll be hurt by the machine of creation. No more will be haunted by the past of who we once were. Coda, I'll make sure your work dies here. Coda, I'll make sure you are known forever.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it,
man, it is
here's
a
what I'm
classic.
thinking to myself. I'm thinking
I
that
think most generations are
Coda's
pretty
stuck in his
good
own
about,
head,
you know, like
and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work.
I'm 27, by the way, too,
to get some
friends,
actual
so, I mean,
feedback
it's not totally
on his games.
out of my
It
wheelhouse.
might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh my god, we're destroying everything. Goodbye, Coda. Oh my god.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Here we come. We're starting to get towards the end of the game, everybody. Where everything shall be revealed. Put your weapon down. No. I don't want to destroy the engine. We need it.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
And here we go to our end.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Yeah, I feel you, Print. We are definitely bombarded by just constant sensory overload, dude. That's one reason why, like, I deleted TikTok and stuff, because I'll just find myself on my breaks just watching TikTok, you know. I'll be sitting there with all my buddies and we're all on fucking TikTok. And, like, I recognize that it's not a good thing. I mean, I could be reading, I could be talking to people, and it's hard because even at work I'm constantly listening to books, I'm listening to music, and like there's not a lot of time in my life where I'm not like consuming some kind of piece of media, and it's definitely a weird world that we're living in, and it's hard to say whether it's good or if it's bad, because honestly, I mean, it's both. We're constantly learning, and it's hard to even kind of like talk about, honestly.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Very cold game indeed. I don't know if we're even supposed to be going through this door. Supposed to be going through the side of it? Is this the thing? Ooh. Find ourselves a little secret stash. Alright, everybody, we're reaching the end of this game. I'm gonna quick go to the bathroom, blow my nose, and we'll finish this thing off. Okay. It's so odd. In fact, it's kind of the corporations in every aspect of everyday life. Everything is literally an ad now. There isn't really music anymore. Yeah, man, I hear a lot of people talking about music and stuff nowadays, and like you can sit and listen to the radio and kind of feel like there's nothing new coming out, but it's a hard thing because I mean there is so much music nowadays. I mean, I have a hard time believing that like music is dead or like reading's dead and like because really it's never been bigger and there's so many people doing so many creative things that all you really have to do is kind of look out and look for it. I go to websites like Bandcamp or even like YouTube Music where I'll find like an indie band, I'll just hit radio and I'll start coming across all these different things. And it's a lot of things. I work in masonry, so there's a lot of older fellows there too that kind of feel like the world is dead. And like I just can't really take that kind of frame of mind because it's just so not true. And honestly, like the world is changing and everything is definitely being advertised. Everybody's monetizing everything. Even the stream right now, I have it's playing ads because I'm sitting here or whatever. But there's just so much creation nowadays that I really don't think we've ever had more of it. And it really is kind of a scary thing. It's kind of a beautiful thing. It's easy to feel like everything is kind of watered down and just kind of a hard topic for everybody, I know. But I try never to be like nihilistic about the world because the world is beautiful and it's also very terrifying all at the same time. We're about to reach the end of our prison here. And once again, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this beautiful Sunday. I really appreciate it. I hope this game isn't bringing down the mood too much.
Has a maze in it.
But it's kind of an important game, I think.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it.
Yeah, man, life is beautiful.
But I do want to show you the rest of the levels.
What up, Kratos?
When you're ready to continue, press enter, and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
I can't really explain the game to you at this point, but if you have time, restart the stream or even play for yourself. This is the beginner's guide, and it's got a really cool kind of message to it about not only consuming media, but creating it. It's a really good story. Something I really enjoy. Let's see. It's more of a curation issue. Who you're letting control that you see. There's much more of everything, and the difficult is finding out about it. Like it was luck that I happened to be watching stuff and got recommended Heart's video face in my feed. Yeah, man, it really is algorithms and everything. I mean, it's literally kind of just recommending you things that it thinks that you're gonna like. So, like, I mean, it really is kind of up to you what you're feeding it, because it's going to feed you the same things back, and you also need to look outside of it to find things that you'll eventually enjoy. I'm not sure how to go about this right now. Can we only go backwards? Is that what's going on here? There's got to be a way to step outside of it. What in tarnation? Oh. Oh, we've reached some kind of bridge. This light, I'm gonna try and sit to the side a little bit. Thank you so much, Pren. If you do enjoy Mr. H, though, man, that's totally fine.
It's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable.
Only watch my channel,
like
I
the
can only
house
post so
cleaning
much.
game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Yeah, I feel that, Cody. I'm hoping, I hope I don't like ruin your day with this or anything, but I do think it is a very interesting game nonetheless.
The
That's why I
only
was
way
kind of
past this
excited to stream
challenge
it with
is
you
to
guys.
randomly guess the
I hope you guys
6-digit
are
code.
also enjoying it.
Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
5. One 5 1 6 1 7. Let's go. Staircase arises.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Me too, Cody.
And he wouldn't.
And it's not a bad state to be in, man. In Kratos, it is a bit early for this kind of level of self-inflection or like talking about creativity or thus like the death of, but yeah, man, I really wanted to stream this with you guys. I feel like a lot of people don't really know about this game, and it's one that's always like held a lot of weight for me, and it's something that
I
I've
just felt
really
so
enjoyed.
strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that
Well,
I
we're
would
almost to the
finally
end of
be
it.
once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up?
Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to
I'm the
speak to me
reason
anymore.
that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you. I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I'm making these games for you. You've so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
There's an answer, a meaning. Would it even make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating one boundary that keeps me safe. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them. Oh, I totally forgot about that part. He's literally like injecting his own meaning into this person's games to try and make them better. Would you
And then
simply
you stopped.
let them be what they
And
are?
I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
When I'm around you, I feel
What does that
physically
mean?
ill. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally don't have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. This game, I believe it's like $10 on Steam, Kratos, and it's only like 2 hours long. I highly recommend that you sit down and just play it for yourself. I think it's kind of meant to be played alone, and it's really cool. It's made by the people who made the Stanley Parable. If you've ever seen that game, it's another very interesting game. One that's a little less depressing than this, but it's very good, and I very much appreciate it. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling with.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work.
God.
You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Okay, yeah, so I really love the twist of this game about kind of being like people who identify with like a certain piece of media or like a band or something, and they just make it like their whole identity. And I think I think this game tells you kind of a lot of different messages, even if this guy is making them all. More lampposts. This fucking sunlight, everybody. It's killing me. I can't dodge it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Trains are coming. How's everybody doing in the chat, man? Are you guys all right? Everybody doing okay? I see we got 5 people in here. I just want to once again thank everybody for hanging out with me and stuff and enjoying this very interesting piece of work. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. It's a different kind of enjoyment, that's for sure. But this is honestly
I guess
like
if
the kind of
someone
story
had
that
told me ahead
really
of time that he just
resonates
really
with me.
enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Maybe he just likes making prisons. Very true. Don't worry, everybody. Once we're done with this, we'll open up some more
Even
rad
now,
dudes.
the
Turn
disease
this
is
emotional
telling me
roller
to
coaster
stop.
around.
Don't show
Still
people
here,
what a
and yes,
shitty
Cody.
person you are.
It is the oddest
They'll
thing
hate
ever.
you.
Very true, Print. Print, thank you for stopping by, dude. I really much appreciate it. Hopefully, hopefully me, you, and my buddy can do some gaming again. Maybe we can get you on Valheim or get Halo. Pretty interesting to. It was really cool talking to you in person, dude. Seemed like a really cool guy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, blackness. The sunlight, I cannot see a thing. It's too dark, it's too bright. I'm doing my best to try to sidestep the twist mission on RDR2. Man, I still need to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I really do. I hear that game is absolutely amazing. I really love the original one too. I've been wanting to play
If I
Undead
knew
Nightmare
that my
for
life
it, 'cause I never
depended
got to
on
play it, but
finding something to be driven by other
someday.
than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Very cool. We're beginning to see the light of the day. Everybody, we're getting to the end. Oh!
What now?
Oh, what up, Jamoni? How long you been here, dude? Nice seeing you. Stalker vibes in this room. I'm still watching Minoga. What do you mean by stalker vibes, Jamoni?
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna...
You can't go. You can't just...
Okay.
Very creeptastic. Are you talking about the narrator, Jamona? Yes, he is a little bit stalkerish. I do be feeling that. I doobie. A crack in the surface of our everyday lives. Only a few minutes. Wake up sneezing with the crude, the dark room with pillars and sand. It's like the end of the movie. I don't know if I've ever seen the movie Stalker. We're about to jump down this hole, everybody. What might lie below? Oh my lord. Let me out. Let me out. Bunny hopping all the way. We're coming back to the laser beam, everybody. What's everybody got going on this fine Sunday? Anybody got any good plans? I'm about to, after this game's done, I'm going to go get some food. I'm going to read, I'm going to edit, and then around like 7, I'm going to go see this band called The Jackal with my dad. I've never seen them, but I'm hoping that'll be a good show. Up. Okay. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of frame drops in this stream, everybody, so let me know if it's becoming an issue or not. Looks like so far it'll be alright. Here we go. Maybe we're about to see it all. Life is a labyrinth of choices, of answers. See you later, Kratos. Thank you so much for stopping by, dude. It's good seeing you. Hope you have a great day. Car noise of the boys, homie. That sounds pretty fun. Walking your dog, Cody. Sounds like a good time. I need to do that same thing. Such is life. An endless maze. Wow. Is that the end of it?
Turn back.
For our
Turn back from this cave.
good shit, man. I fucking love that game. I know it's such a sad deal, but hospital without the following individuals: Matthew Braid, Jesus Higueras, Ryan Roth, Lydia Nelson, Helena Herrera.
But the cave goes for miles and miles.
Ryan
and
Roth.
miles.
Yo, dude, we finished it.
So tired,
What did you guys think of that?
but I know
I really
that
like
you're
that game. It's one of the
strong.
things that I come back to every single year. I just find it so fascinating, and it really reminds me of the days of playing Game Joel games and stuff for free. And once in a while, you come across something really awesome. And yeah, it's very cool. It's a very weird game. It's barely even a game. It's more of just like a narrative piece that you can walk through. But that's something that I've always been into. I really love the game Firewatch. I love Abzu. What's happening to Edith Finch and stuff. All very, very neat. It's a heart-wrencher of a game. It is, Print. It really is, my friend. But let's go here. Oh my god. My face is so washed out. Put me right here in the center. Oh! I'm dying. I'm dying. Yeah, it was great. Very reflective. I think so too, Cody. God damn it. Alright, we're gonna move this camera over here. And now I'm no longer in the sunlight. There we go. Alright, everybody. That was a fun little time we just had. I really enjoyed that, and I want to thank you all so much for just sitting here and hanging out with me and stuff on this Sunday. I would like to stream every weekend if I can. Sometimes I'm too busy to do so, but I do think it's a lot of fun to actually sit down and like talk to you guys and chat. And yeah, it's definitely just an interactive story. Could be super good. How's the weather up in Michigan, Heart? Staring at the sun, it gives you powers. Yeah, that's what I hear, but for me, it just makes me more blind. And the weather print has been actually pretty good, dude. So in October, it was like 30 degrees, 40 degrees, but for some reason, right now, it's like anywhere from 40 to 60 degrees, and honestly, it's been a pretty mild winter and stuff, so I've been really enjoying it. It's been really nice for work. I work masonry, obviously, so I'm outside all the day, no matter what the temperature's like, and I hate it when it's super hot, and I hate it when it's super cold, but 40, 50, that's like perfect. Put on a sweatshirt with some blockies and stuff. Very good deal. I'm not sure what to do on the next stream. I would really like to play Firewatch with you guys. I don't know, that would probably be like a 2-streamer, because that game's about anywhere from like 4 to 5 hours, but that's another like walking simulator game that I really enjoy. It's got a really good narrative to it. A lot of people don't really like it, but something that I also very much enjoy. If you go to the Discord, I forget which one of the channels I posted in, but I posted an older review that I did for it on my last channel. You can check that out. Gives you the power to wear bifocals for later in life. It's nice down here too, whenever the sun actually comes out. Yeah, Print, you're from like Kentucky. Is it not always warm there? Does it get cold? Do you guys get a lot of snow? I think we're pretty much due for snow, and I really need to do the brakes on my car here soon before shit starts getting real scary. But yes, everybody, I'm probably gonna go get some food pretty soon here. I hope you guys had a good time. Once again, I want to thank you all so much for sitting here and hanging out with me and stuff. It's really neat. It's really neat seeing how many people show up. And if you came in here late, you can always restart the stream. It's up on the channel and stuff. You should watch this game from the beginning, or even just go play for yourself. I think it's a lot more meaningful and easier to convey what it's trying to say. Well, yeah, it's definitely one. I don't know what games you guys would like to see first. I have Resident Evil 4 that I still need to play and that I might wait to put on stream, but yeah, me too, Jahomie. I fucking get sinus infections so easy, and I would rather just have the flu than have a stupid sinus infection. That stuff drives me absolutely insane. Well, yes, everybody. You can go check out my new short on YouTube. I've been kind of experimenting with some shorts and things like that. Give me a quick show you guys on stream real quick. No, we get cold as hell. In fact, there's a saying in Ohio Valley, if you don't like the weather, wait 50 minutes will change. Since we are kind of centralized, we get all the weathers. Yeah, it's kind of how Michigan is too. The weather is always extremely fluctuating. But yeah, everybody, I've been experimenting around with new shorts. It's nothing too crazy, but I've been trying to kind of hit TikTok and trying to also make some more interesting stuff than just posting clips of my full-size videos and whatnot. So you can, I think I have 2 out right now. You can check that out. I'm currently working on the very first Batman issue where Batman kills a couple guys, and after that, we're looking at a video about Teddy Roosevelt being a demon and alien hunter. And then after that, I'm not sure what I'm going to record, but yep, I did snazz up a short or two. But yes, everybody, I'm going to go get some food. I've drinking entirely too much coffee. But once again, I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out. And I'll see you guys on the next stream or the next video. I hope you have a fantastic day. And do things that make you happy.